Trump stepped in it one more time on Truth Social. He got another post up talking about the Unified Reich. For those who understand, learn a little bit about the First Reich, the Second Reich, and the Third Reich, which is Nazi Germany, and the Unified Reich. Well, I didn't know about this as much either. So the little that I do know, I did find out quickly that it's all about supremacy again and control. It's all about the past. It's all about reliving a past that wasn't all that good for the vast majority of the other. So I want you to listen to this, what Trump did, then we'll take it on the other side.
Trump's campaign is navigating their response to a since-deleted video posted on Trump's Truth Social account. The White House says President Biden will weigh in on that post this afternoon.
Let's bring in NBC's senior national politics reporter, Jonathan Allen. Jonathan, tell us about this post. What is at the heart of this controversy?
Yeah, this was a pro-Trump post that was reposted on Trump's Truth Social account. It basically, in it, predicted and praised a coming, quote, unified Reich under Donald Trump if he wins the presidency again. For those who are experts on European history, the First Reich was the Holy Roman Empire. The Second Reich was under Otto von Bismarck in the late 19th and early 20th centuries. And of course, the Third Reich was the Nazi regime that committed the Holocaust, attempted to take over the world. There's a reason nobody talks about a unified Reich anymore, and it's because of that association with the Third Reich, the Nazi Reich. The Trump campaign is distancing itself. Here's what they had to say through Caroline Levitt, a spokeswoman for the campaign. She said, this was not a campaign video. It was created by a random account online and reposted by a staffer who clearly did not see the word while the president was in court. The real extremist is Joe Biden, who has turned his back on Israel and the Jewish people by bowing down to radical anti-Semites and terrorist sympathizers in his party like Ilhan Omar and Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. And I should just add as a piece of context here that in the past, there are only two people who have had access to Donald Trump's account: Donald Trump and his aide, Dan Scavino. Also, we know that Donald Trump has been posting Truth Social posts while he's been in court. So the idea that it would have been impossible for him to do that is contradicted by the evidence that he has been posting on Truth Social during court days. Not clear exactly who did this, but the campaign is blaming it on a staffer. And of course, the Biden campaign has already had a response to that. I think we might be able to put that up on the screen for folks. Biden campaign saying, America, stop scrolling and pay attention. Donald Trump is not playing games. He is telling America exactly what he intends to do if he regains power. Rule as a dictator over a, quote, unified Reich. Parroting, quote, Mein Kampf, that's Adolf Hitler's book, while you warn of a bloodbath, if you lose, is the type of unhinged behavior you get from a guy who knows that democracy continues to reject his extreme vision of chaos, division, and violence. And as you noted a moment ago, Anna, President Biden is expected to address this. This is the kind of thing that his campaign wants to talk about. They believe that they have a vision for democracy, that they have shown a record of strength in democracy, and that Donald Trump is offering something quite different, something quite undemocratic, and that aligns with this, quote, unified Reich view that one of his supporters has.
So yes, the Unified Reich. That is what Trump wants to talk about now. That is what his people are building. If you listen to all the things they believe in, that's what it's all about. I find it ironic, the type of support that he's getting, not only from the expected ones that we would that we know would support him, but from all the others that are supporting him. Well, the Biden administration so far has jumped on it. Here's what Vice President Kamala Harris had to say.
Just yesterday, the former president of the United States, who praises dictators, who said there were very fine people on both sides in Charlottesville, let's not forget, took to social media and highlighted language from Nazi Germany. Highlighted language from Nazi Germany. This kind of rhetoric is unsurprising coming from the former president, and it is appalling. And we got to tell him who we are.
Now, listen, folks, it's not a joke. Trump has been telling us in a lot of different ways he wanted to be an autocrat. He wanted to make those who are not white realize that, hey, you don't belong, even though he claims that he's getting a lot of support from those other people, you know, the black and brown ones. Of course, he probably means, well, I'm going to need support of those folks who are going to be the servants in this new society, in this new Reich, in this unified Reich. We're going to need those who are going to be the perpetual servants. So those that are supporting him, the truth of the matter is, no moral person, no moral, humane person should support this guy. And worse, the amount of sycophants that he has that are willing to work with him, including our plutocracy, the oligarchy. I mean, they had the power to provide the necessary funding to ensure that an anti-democratic clown like this guy didn't get elected again. But you know what? The way they see it is, if this guy gets into power, he will ensure that they can maintain their riches and continue their parasitic behavior on everybody else. So, folks, you've been told, you've been warned that Donald Trump not only presents a clear and present danger to some of us, but ultimately a clear and present danger to the vast majority of us. Say 99% or so.
We spend a lot of time deconstructing the news, trying to parse it into a form that everybody can understand. We try to find those little nitpicks where it flies above the fray, etc. If you really like these videos that we do, I want to ask a big favor. Please go ahead. Number one, subscribe to our channel. And number two, please join if you can. Thank you so kindly for watching. Keep watching. Please remember to share. We must populate the entire internet with our progressive message, a message that we know is what most Americans say that they want. So help us, please join.